to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, December 4th, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. At this point in my life, I love to watch younger physique athletes pushing their bodies to the brink. That's why I can't help but be just a little bit jealous when I see a guy like Roman Fritz getting deep into the bucket. Over the weekend, we caught the talented Mr. Fritz hammering out a few sets of deep squats that would have made the great Tom Platz very proud. Even though it feels like forever ago now, the Roman Fritz we saw at the start of the season was definitely much improved. So as long as he can keep that arrow trending in the right direction, I could see him making a few top 10s and possibly top 5s or better at some point next season. As a former New Yorker who moved down here to Florida, I can say with complete honesty that getting away from all that terrible cold weather almost rejuvenates your soul. So I can only imagine what Jon Delarosa's got planned for the 2019 season now that he's officially south of the Mason-Dixon line. After making the move down south a few weeks ago, the former Olympian doesn't seem to be minding the warm weather too much based on his latest updates. Even though these last two seasons haven't quite been up there with his best, right now it feels like Jon has his groove back. So as long as he can keep it going, I think we can all expect to see big things from the Delarosa camp in their 2019 campaign. Most kids hate going to Sunday school on the weekends because it kind of ruins the entire day. But when you're putting in work on the Sabbath like Lord Jones does, I guess you probably don't have to do much praying for a bodybuilding miracle. Last weekend, I saw a few updates from the 2018 NPC USA overall Classic Physique champ, who doesn't seem like he's missed a beat since he made his debut at the Muscle Contest Pro a few weeks back. All the stuff you hear about this guy is that he's an absolute animal in the gym and that he's got enough bells and whistles to make him an intriguing prospect next season. But considering the depth that some of these shows have from top to bottom now, it'll take a whole lot more of those few Sundays at the pulpit to earn his spot on the Olympia stage in 2019. So I'm reading the new Stephen Hawking book, and there's a section in there where he talks about negative energy being the key to understanding how the universe started. But when I look at the positive vibes surrounding men's physique all-star Kyron Holden, it's hard for me to imagine any negative energy flowing in his direction. A few days ago, we saw the two-time Olympian release some back training video from deep inside the prep files of his 2018 campaign. I know the top of the men's physique division is in flux right now, but what this kid's been able to do in his first two seasons probably deserves a little bit more recognition because he's been about as good as you can be. And with a few more pounds of quality muscle added in the right places, at some point down the road, I think he has the potential to be a top Olympian competitor. Yesterday we saw Regan Grimes, the two-division star, cranking out a few reps of cable crossovers in celebration of the first annual Canadian Chest Day, which I'm sure he probably followed up with a good old-fashioned north-of-the-border meal with something like maybe cooked moose meat, protein pancakes topped with maple syrup, and a side of Canadian bacon, and maybe even a Molson Ice or two. With the temperatures starting to drop, that's when Canadian National Chest Days are at their best. So hats off to you, Regan Grimes, for representing your new day with pride. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.